What's up? All right, folks, here in downtown Providence, Bartholomewtown, that's me, estimating 6,000 minimum attendees here today, descending upon the State House from all over the city, all over the state. Multiple groups converging on the steps of the State House, now moving towards Kennedy Plaza. I'm going to give you that visual.
Queue's over there, but you wanna? So they're concerned that Gary's gonna take all the credit.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. Reasonable concern.
Yeah.
Want to go live for a second?
Let's go.
Let's go. All right, Dr. Luis Daniel Munoz, ladies and gentlemen.
Hey, how's it going, Bill?
Your thoughts on the rally today?
I think it's amazing. You know, this marks the 52nd year since Bobby Kennedy's death, and one of the infamous quotes of Bobby Kennedy was that the greatest violence are found in the institutions that oppress people. You know, those that perpetuate inequities. So just to see an amazing, diverse group of people really come together and all speak to the fact that we need to represent Black lives, because Black lives are oppressed in our society, and if we lift them up, then we all get lifted up. I also want to say that it's important to recognize this was a youth-led protest, and there were elders, adults that supposedly represent some Rhode Island chapter of Black Lives Matter that were attempting to take the mic away from youth. It was really interesting to see that. The youth handled it well. They took control of the conversation. They ended on a positive note, and all of the adults that were out there in the crowd followed their lead. So, I just want to give props to the youth. I think that there are other leaders, part of DARE, Direct Action for Rights and Equity and Equality. I think we really need to bring those organizations in so that they can speak their truth as well with regards to youth leading this protest and really just doing an amazing job.
Dr. Munoz, ladies and gentlemen. Got anything to say, sir?
I'm sorry?
Got any comments for the people?
I mean, I'm just out here. I'm representing the Black community, but I'm also representing our young men and women who are in foster care and of color. They're experiencing some of the same things at the mercy of the state, so I'm out here for them as well. So I'm in full support of all of this. I think it looked great today.
No doubt. All right, thousands now moving. Yep. We're gonna get Kia Bryant on here from DARE in just a second. Woo! What's up, Kia Bryant, DARE?
Of the youth organizing this. 10,000 people strong. Out here for Black lives. Out here for Breonna Taylor. Out here for George Floyd. And all of the people lost at a senseless murder by the hands of police.
Woo! DARE. Kia Bryant, ladies and gentlemen.
I gotta go, guys. Love you.
See you. I'll be around. Yep. Love you, man. Folks, this is the real Rhode Island. Don't let anybody tell you anything different. Don't let any of those right-wing maniacs, those fools that try to divide us, don't let anybody divide you, tell you otherwise. This is the real Rhode Island. The youth of Rhode Island the leaders of Rhode Island standing up for what's right. The only binary is right and wrong. Don't let them divide you. That's all I have to say about that, you know? Don't let these groups divide you. All right, making my way to Kennedy Plaza now again. I'm estimating 6,000. Dare is estimating 10,000. In any case, quite a few people. Love or hate, exactly, Travis. Bingo. It's basic. Anything else is artificial. And here's Providence City Hall, the Black Lives Matter flag flying. The crowd is now making their way from the State House down to Kennedy Plaza. Large group of people. Again, this is a youth-led protest, a youth-led movement, making their way now to Kennedy Plaza. What's up? Good, brother. How you doing? again, folks, B-Town estimating 6,000 people minimum here who have descended upon downtown Providence. A peaceful protest, a youth-led protest, fighting against the inequities built into our society, baked into the cake. This is the real Rhode Island. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise. Do not let anybody tell you otherwise. This is the real Rhode Island. Not only your future, this is your present. Uh-oh. This may be the first act of law enforcement intervention here. Someone on a motorcycle, looks like their motorcycle has been removed. It's the first arrest that we've witnessed today. All right, they're putting their helmets on. Some of them. All right, so folks, if you're just tuning in right now, if you're just hopping in, I'm estimating over 6,000 in attendance. Now, one shift in the last few moments, the police have put on their helmets and shields for the most part as the group makes their way towards Kennedy Plaza. A slight shift in tone here on what has been an extremely peaceful and successful youth-led rally today. Again, I'm estimating over 6,000. I've heard 10,000 tossed around. This with a backdrop of National Guard soldiers with automatic weapons, strikers and Humvees in downtown Providence. An eerie scene earlier today as I arrived at the Rhode Island State House. Now some protesters beginning to taunt the police. Getting a little bit more tense out here. Okay, I'm going to make my way back towards Kennedy Plaza. Okay, I'm going to make my way into Burnside Park right now. Right now I'm heading into Burnside Park, part of Kennedy Plaza. I'm going to try to make my way over to beyond where the ice rink is, where the bus station is, and get a sense of what's going on down there. Now my phone battery's about to die. I do have a portable charger. I'm going to try to charge it up and do what I can to stay with you as long as possible. Folks, if you're just tuning in, at least 6,000 people here today. A youth-led rally demanding basic equity. This isn't rocket science. This isn't liberal, conservative, Democrat, Republican, whatever. This is bare bones humanity. Something everybody can agree on. And folks, I've got videos posted from the whole afternoon on Facebook, Instagram, photos on Twitter. Take a look out there. Pardon me, take a look there for what's going on out here. This has been a spectacular day of Rhode Island's youth. Coming together here in the capital city. And I'll show you right now, here's City Hall, Providence City Hall with the Black Lives Matter flag overhead.
Hey, we need to recoup. Let's get some beer. Then let's go.
Making my way to Burnside Park right now. The site of Saturday's, well, the beginning of Saturday's peaceful rally. There's the National Lawyers Guild attorneys volunteering their time as legal representatives. Try to give you the actual story here, folks, without interjecting. You know what I mean? Try to do something a little different than the 6 o'clock news. And the group. Yeah, folks, tomorrow, Newport, 3 p.m., MLK Center, the City by the Sea, Black Lives Matter Rally, Part 2. The crowd has pretty much been separated into groups and dispersed, quote unquote dispersed. In other words, they're not as one unified 6,000 plus person group anymore. Hoping nothing negative comes along to taint this beautiful day. See what's going on over here. Seems to be some protesters confronting police officers. What do we got? There you go, folks.
I'm fucking privileged and I know I am, and I'm trying to use my motherfucking voice for them. For them.
You're privileged, am I?
You're fucking privileged. So use your privilege to do something.
Ma'am, do you believe in white privilege?
Come over here. Go home, Karen. 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 Go home, Karen.
That lady was giving the old-fashioned "All Lives Matter" chant back to the crowd of protesters. So that's not going to go over too well. That kind of ignorance out here today isn't going to fly, you know.
A great American in whose symbolic shadow we stand today. Signed,
All right, folks, right now what you're seeing is the residual one group that has been diverted from basically the entire protest has been split into different groups. Here at Kennedy Plaza, there's now, I don't know, 1,000 or so folks who are part of one group. As I understand it, Dr. Munoz is out there in another group, similar nature. Just sort of the end of the rally, trying to break this into multiple smaller groups. The police are, anyway, diverting people into smaller groups, as we understand it. And more police arriving, it appears, in this particular area. All right, folks, I'm making my way back towards holy Moses. Well, we'll call it where the convention center garage is. Hey, what's up, counselor? A lot of elected officials out here. Some of them you saw on video throughout the day here on Bartholomewtown. Others I just happen to know are here. A lot of community leaders, but this is a youth-led movement, folks. Youth organized, youth-led. And that's what makes it all the more powerful. Right? All the more powerful. There's Dougie. ABC6, baby. ABC6 forever. The number 3 television station, but they got a lot of heart and soul. No budget, but they do what they can. Dougie, a champion. And trying to figure out what is happening right now, folks. All right, if you're just tuning in, here's the summary. 6,000 people as part of a youth-led movement descended upon the State House today, calling for basic equality, an end to systemic injustice and oppression, police misconduct, a review of the policies and procedures of law enforcement. A bunch of kids, that's all. Actually, there were at least, of that 6,000, there were probably 1,000 minimum adults here. And folks, those of you who spent time on this live stream today, I hope that you were able to see. I tried not to get in the way and just present you with what's been happening here. Again, 6,000 is my estimation, a youth-led rally. And at this point, what's happening essentially is the police have diverted the remnants of this group, probably 1,000 or so kids still here downtown, into different areas. One over at Burnside Park, the other closer to the convention center. I've only seen one arrest today. Bring it back out here. And it's like the end of a concert event as traffic backed up around the city. Now, it's clear that law enforcement are now donning helmets, face shields, and so forth, and rapidly moving towards just beyond City Hall. So I'm going to follow them there. Again, my phone battery, a bunch of kids who want to make a difference, which is great to see. No doubt, Robbie. You know, if you disparage what happened here today, again, this is not a binary, well, it is a binary situation, right and wrong. That's where it starts and stops without question. Okay, now we have a much different tone as the police, fully in riot gear with batons exposed, making their way down Washington Street. We're gonna see what's going on here. What's happening, man? How you doing? A lot of listeners out here. Okay, they're entering City Hall. It's a bizarre situation. Okay. So police. A bizarre situation here, folks, as suddenly police, at least 24 officers in riot gear with their batons, have just entered City Hall. Trying to understand what's going on here, folks. And that is the first time I've seen, other than earlier today with the National Guard, making their presence known with strikers and Humvees and automatic weapons drawn, a strong-handed approach from the police department. Now here's another police vehicle. As looks like we have youth congregating on the steps of City Hall. And the situation expanding into something a little bit more right now. Again, this is just the remnants of what has been a peaceful rally. 6,000 plus. And this individual earlier who had been confronted by the group now once again confronted. This woman earlier chanting "All Lives Matter" now being pursued by a group of youth. And they let her go. Probably not a good idea to shout "All Lives Matter" at a group of 6,000 protesters. Here comes an auxiliary police officer.
I don't even know if you really told us, so we were like, yo, let's go to G-Club. Yeah! No, we were fucking sick-faced, and we went to G-Club about you. And we were like,
oh, there's Raymond Two Hawks Watson. This is just the residual after effects of the rally. Two Hawks. Yeah. What's up, brother? Raymond Two Hawks Watson, one of Providence's most powerful leaders, unquestionably. True power. So I'm trying to figure out why we just saw dozens of police in riot gear enter City Hall. No explanation for that yet. My battery's about to die. I have a battery charger. I might try to charge it up. I might go home, grab some food, and come back. I don't know what's going to happen. And by the way, all of you who are out there who have chosen, whether it's B-Town, Uprise, Rhode Island, or any of the other independent media providers to stream this content today, I appreciate that. And TV stations, they do a good job. They got big budgets. But we're just trying to get as close to the people as we can, as close to the action as we can as well. Robbie, I'm going to be careful. We got a lot ahead here. No question about it. Tomorrow in Newport, we'll have live coverage starting around 2:30 p.m. as this movement makes its way across the Pell Bridge to the Martin Luther King Center for a 3 p.m. Black Lives Matter rally. Let's see if we can get some information here about what's going on inside the City Hall. Bizarre situation, folks. Here we go. This is the real Rhode Island, folks. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise. You are in trouble if you are on the opposite side, because your way of thinking, if you're one who believes in oppression, if you believe in misinformation, boy, oh boy, are you out of luck. Where can you donate? I would donate to Prism. I would donate to Amore. I would donate to DARE. Not the Keep Kids Off Drugs DARE. The DARE, Direct Action for Rights and Equality. You could donate to a candidate that is representing your values. Here they come right now. Try to get an understanding of what's going on. Folks, I'm going to stay with you until my phone dies. Should be any moment now. Well, you can Robbie, you can donate a few dollars and to any of those organizations. And that benefits Lisa Scorpio. Great to see you. Great to see you last night at Kobe Dennis's event. Another community champion. Lisa in Providence on WPRO. Woo! The real Rhode Island, folks. Get a look down here. I'm going to see if I can get some a better perspective on what's going on. Mary Larson. There we go. Okay, this may just be a staging ground for the police right now at City Hall, and not an incident which would require dozens of police officers. So okay, it looks like another group has been diverted down Bassett Street. I believe that's where Dr. Munoz is. Now, we've had some internet issues today, and that's why, because there's thousands of people, nearly 10,000, so we've had a tough time. I know I said I was going to bring you team coverage, hoping to bring a little bit more of that to you, but unfortunately it's not happening when you got the internet access that we did. So on my own, folks, see if we can get some information here. What's happening? Anything going on in City Hall? Nothing right now, just there on their stage? Okay, thank you. All right, there you have it. It seemed like there could have been an incident occurring inside City Hall. Apparently that's not the case. At least that's what they're telling us right now. Okay, making my way across Westminster Street right now. I'm gonna head to Bassett Street. I'm parked way the hell on the other side of town. So I'll stay with you as long as I can, folks. Westminster Street. Let's see what's going on down on Bassett. What a beautiful day. I thought it was going to rain. I'm glad I wore my my short shorts. See what we got going on down here, folks. Well, one piece of plywood, I guess it's better than nothing, right? Okay. All right, many of these folks may be making their way back towards Central High School, where a good portion of this rally actually commenced. Saw Commissioner Parry earlier. He had a big smile on his face. Chief Clements, same thing. Plug in the charger. I know, Cameron, I've got this battery charger. I got to figure it out. It's not even mine. Hold on. Let me get a little closer to what's going on right now. Hold on. All right, I just got a report that WJAR is reporting 10,000 protesters. They got more money, they got more people, maybe they counted better, I don't know. I got 6,000 using my way of doing it. We'll call it 8,000. Now split into multiple groups. Dr. Nicole, I did not see her. She did tell me earlier today she'd be here, as did Brett Smiley. All right, folks, the movement making its way up Bassett Street towards the West End right now. Have not seen Mayor Elorza either. Nick Mattiello, the Speaker of the House, I asked him if he'd be here. He said no. Thought maybe he'd turn up. All right. All right, Cameron. Let's see how it works. I'm gonna try plugging in this beast right here. Give me just a second. It's got an insect here. Does it work? I think it's working. Okay. All right, I'm now tethered, but I am charging, I think, so I won't lose you as we make our way up the West End. I'm going to enter into the protesters' movements right now. All right, the group now making their way up Bassett Street towards Empire Street. Likely returning to Central High School. We'll follow them there. I just tried to blow an insect off of my elbow through my N95 mask. That didn't work so well. Okay, a little recap of how this went. Absolutely. So, first of all, around 1 o'clock this afternoon, Governor Raimondo ordering the barricades which had been placed in front of the State House South Lawn to be removed. Around 2 o'clock, I observed National Guardsmen and women, strikers, Humvees, Those soldiers armed with automatic weapons, preparing for a security detail at the State House. Around 4:30, a rally commencing at Central High School, Kennedy Plaza, and the Rhode Island State House began, making its way through the city and converging at the steps of the State House, where I estimate over 6,000 people, many of whom youth of the city, staged a peaceful rally, which has been ongoing for most of the afternoon. About 45 minutes ago, the rally split into multiple groups, one of which I'm with now. It's making its way up Bassett Street towards the west end of Providence. I observed one arrest. Well over 6,000 individuals peacefully rallying for basic equity, reform policies and procedures for police, and other changes to systemic oppression. Now we've got a police vehicle. Okay, we're good. This may be the largest protest in terms of numbers in the history of Rhode Island, with a crowd similar to that of the Newport Folk and Jazz Festival in size. Okay, we're now making our way across Interstate 95, about to connect with Broad Street. Yeah, the arrest, I observed it.
Black Lives Matter!
Kid on a dirt bike, revved up, and disobeyed the commands of several police officers who asked him to turn the bike off.
Black Lives Matter! Black Lives Matter! Black Lives Matter!
Okay, we are making our way into South Providence, in the West End, where they converge. See how this goes, crossing Parrington. Let me get you some visual of this incredible... By the way, this is a youth-led rally, okay? This is not only the future of Rhode Island, this is the present. Anybody who thinks otherwise is in the vast minority. Vast minority. Okay, the group is making their way, it would appear, towards Central High School. I'll follow them there. You guys are like right here, right? Cars? Here we go. I only saw one person, one woman who shouted "All Lives Matter" at the group. There was a negative voice, so to speak. Now, Providence police, about 36 Providence police officers entered City Hall about 30 minutes ago, wearing body armor and carrying their batons. Now, I asked an officer on the street if there was an incident occurring inside City Hall. He said no. This could be in preparation for later on. Now look, There's been some reports of some groups that are trying to usurp this day for their own purposes and stage violence later. But it couldn't be more clear that the Black Lives Matter rally staged today, a peaceful, purposeful, and powerful assembly of Rhode Island's youth and community leaders. And don't let anybody tell you otherwise. Last week, after a much smaller peaceful rally, somebody with spray paint wrote some slogans on the steps of the State House. Some television news outlets, or a television news outlet, the number 2 one, tried to spin the rally as if it was a situation with robust vandalism. I don't think they'll be able to falsify what happened here today. All right, the group is crossing Westminster Street and heading possibly to the Providence Public Safety Complex. Okay, hold on a second now. White Electric, the best coffee shop in America, right there, folks. Okay, they are heading towards the Providence Public Safety Complex. Hold on. Bobby Nardarillo right there. Former representative, I believe. Let's see what's happening right here, folks. Yeah, White Electric. I got the battery, Brian. I got it. I think I'm good. I'm plugged in. Thanks to Gabriella, who's a lot more prepared than I am. All right, the group is approaching the public safety complex right now. And they appear to be being turned away. Some dispersing as they approach the public safety complex. All right, the police are catching up with them. Here we go. Video quality better than WJAR. Well, all right. Joe, yeah. Folks, if you're just tuning in, this is the remnants of the Black Lives Matter rally held in Providence today. Now, has made its way to the Providence Public Safety Complex. I do not see any other reporters here in this moment, but this may very well be the most engaged portion of this rally as far as the public speaking out. And the crowd gathering outside. Just this morning, I was thinking about Cornell Young Jr., Providence police officer, African American, who was shot in a friendly fire incident while he was off duty. And the changes that occurred in Providence Police after that. I was thinking about Hugh Clements and the Community Safety Act here in Providence, and the changes that occurred at that point. Holding it sideways, I can't hold it sideways, Harrison, because I started the video. Let's see. Okay. Yeah. It's not letting me hold it sideways. I don't know why, but it's just not. Okay, now we got people sitting up. And this is one of the most powerful moments in what has been a powerful week of protest. What's up? How you doing? Nice to see you. What's that?
Jeannie Rossetti.
Nice to meet you, Jeannie. A pleasure.
Nice to meet you from Facebook.
Yes, in real life. Thanks for everything. Appreciate it. Thanks for being here. Joe, they shut down 95. You're right. You're right. The power of the people, you know? And one of the most incredible tenets of our society is the ability to do what we're doing right here, folks. And to advance causes, right? I'm going to shut the hell up and let this magical moment do all the talking.
George Floyd! Breonna Taylor! Breonna Taylor! No peace! No peace! No peace! No police! No police! No peace! No peace! No peace! No peace!
One second, guys. Listen up 1 second.
We are peaceful! We are peaceful! Don't go over there. Don't go over there.
hate, be an ally.
Why are you? I see at least 30 police officers outside. And I'm sure there's many more. Poor dog is so confused. I'm going to try to get a different angle so I can show you what's going on inside right now from a different perspective. It's going to be difficult because of the signage. Yeah, the tree is in my way. Sorry.
I put people on here because I really love in the police station myself. I want to let you
This is a police officer speaking right now.
You don't have extra diapers?
Right now, everyone encouraged to take a knee.
It's your black lives at risk. It ain't about your voice. It's about these people who need to speak. You are raised an ally. When they talk to people that vote for you, they give you your back, man. If the officer, if somebody wasn't wrong, you have to know when it comes to the streets. And it's your back when they be not leaders, not both some now we got put in the streets to be a black and associate as cops. It's systemic racism. If you're you, you say to the man next to you that being people. If you're you, say to the man next to you.
So far, the police have not joined in taking a knee.
I think it's the guy who kept taking pictures of the pipeline.
racist cops have got to go. Hey, hey.
Or like.
These racist cops have got to go. Hey, hey. Ho, ho. These racist cops have got to go. Hey, hey. Ho, ho. These racist cops have got to go. Hey, hey. Ho, ho. These racist cops have got to go.
Yes, there's a curfew that begins in 60 minutes. Folks, if you're just tuning in, we're outside of the Providence Public Safety Complex, where a faction of today's 6,000 plus youth rally has made their way outside and are confronting the Providence Police Department in a peaceful manner. This is a difficult situation as well because we're kind of boxed in here. Should the law enforcement officers decide to make a move, they would be able to effectively corral all of these protesters. But there's no indication anything like that's going to happen, at least as of right now. There you go. There you go. Looks like we have some more officers approaching. We may join.
Where's that man?
Looks like in both directions now the crowd's scattering. I'm going to make a loop around here and try to get from the other side an image of what's happening here. Trying to get a clearer image from the other side. Let's see what we got here. Trying to understand exactly where. Got to loop around.
Catch us on channel 10.
We do it in school.
Folks, I'm going to swing around the other side here. Try to gain an understanding of what's going on here. Just bear with me a moment. Just observed. It looks like what's happening right now is the police have gone around the other side onto Broadway, potentially staging a maneuver to move these protesters away from the Providence Public Police Providence Public Safety Complex. In just a moment, I'll be on that other side to observe. Yeah, a decision was definitely made to break this up. We're trying to understand right now why officers just maneuvered themselves to Broadway. Oh, Mary, yeah, everyone has dispersed, and it's becoming unclear what's going on here. All right, I'm trying to get over to Broadway, where you can see across the bridge here. A major shift in tone as the rally has shifted now back towards the downtown area and away from the public safety complex. Trying to figure out what's going on, folks. Exactly. Folks, I'm going to make my way down Westminster Street here. So just within the last 3 minutes, a maneuver was made by the police department. It looks like they are trying to break up the rally as soon as one of their own officers took a knee in front of these peaceful protesters. Folks are definitely trying to get home before the curfew. And we're trying to figure out why the shift back downtown just occurred. State police on patrol here. And I'm making my way right now over to where the protest has moved in a matter of seconds. Right now I'm above Route 95, Washington Street. Trying to identify the location of the youth protesters. And it looks like the police have successfully dispersed this group. Yeah, because even down there, they're broken up now, as you can see across the highway. Folks, we're live in Providence, Rhode Island right now. Gonna make my way to Broad Street and then across Broad Street to Broadway. One final swoop through here. And if you're just joining us, folks, just a few moments ago, a member of the Providence Police Department took a knee outside of the Providence Public Safety Complex, inside the gates thereof. And now it's clear that the group has been dispersed. I'm going to see if I can talk to these kids right here, get a better sense of what's going on. Yup, you can see no, we're in Providence, Rhode Island, folks. This is not New York. This is Providence, Rhode Island. After 6,000 plus peaceful protesters today on the steps of the Rhode Island State House. And now in these last moments, the group dispersed. Yep, you can see that the group has been completely dispersed in a matter of moments. Wow. They give you guys the boot over there? They kick you guys out of there?
We're not sure. We drove by and saw a crowd, barked, and then came down here and the crowd dispersed.
Yeah, just I was over there in a matter of seconds. They dispersed everyone, so
Okay.
there it is. All right, folks. Well, that's essentially, that's it. Yeah, Peter, gorgeous sky indeed. It would appear as though, oh, there's Commissioner Perry, I believe. It would appear as though a group of about 250, 300 protesters who had assembled outside of the Providence Public Safety Complex, now moving back downtown. We're getting some comments that they're moving back towards the convention center. But the powerful moment really was the community engagement specialist, Roberto writes. Gotcha. So not an actual officer. Understood. Here's a prisoner transportation van also making its way towards the Dunkin' Donuts Center. So folks, in summary, back to the State House, potentially. Unlikely though. All right, folks. Out here in downtown Providence, a peaceful rally. And at this point, it looks like the group successfully broken up. The police successfully dispersing the crowd that we're getting reports is now maneuvering its way downtown, back to the convention center. And I'm not seeing anything. This group quickly broken up. All right, folks, we're live in Providence. As details emerge, as more situations appear here, I'll break in with coverage. Easily 1,000 at the State House right now. Thank you, Cameron. Appreciate that. All right, I'm going to head there by vehicle, and we'll let you know the latest. For now, Bill Bartholomew in Providence for the Bartholomewtown podcast.